The future is not something we enter. The future is something we create. If you want to reach your goals, you must dig deep within yourself. You either have to be first, best, or different. I always tried to be correct, not politically correct. You either are part of the solution or you are part of the problem. A leader must have the courage to act against an expert's advice. You need some degree of foolishness to do great things. I was never a prisoner of my words. To be successful, you need to work extremely hard. The most important asset of Singapore is its people. I'm not saying that everything I did was right, but everything I did was for Singapore. I've learned to be very patient when dealing with people. You don't have to be an engineer or a scientist to make a difference in the world. You must always keep your mind open and be ready to change. I'm not a believer in fate. I don't believe in love at first sight. Singaporeans are survivors, not quitters. I don't believe in miracles. You must have the will to win. I never thought of myself as a leader. I thought very simply of myself as a Singaporean. I do not yet know of a man who became a leader as a result of having undergone a leadership course. We must either grow or die. You have to be truthful to yourself and honest with others. I'm not a genius. I am just a hard worker. Success is not a matter of luck. You have to be patient and persistent to achieve your goals. I am often accused of interfering in the private lives of citizens. Yes, if I did not, had I not done that, we wouldn't be here today. We must have an inclusive society where everybody has a chance to succeed. I have never believed in playing it safe. There is no easy way to succeed in life. The important thing is to do what is necessary, not what is popular. The world is constantly changing, and we must change with it. We must embrace the new and let go of the old. It is not enough to work hard. You must also work smart. You must have a clear vision of where you want to go. You must have the courage to take risks. You cannot achieve success without making mistakes. You must learn from your mistakes and move on. We must never forget our roots and where we came from. We must always strive to improve ourselves. Success is not just about personal achievement, but also about giving back to society. In Singapore, to be a first world nation, you've got to have first world people. That means you've got to train them, educate them and teach them. We must constantly innovate and adapt to stay ahead. I'm not saying that everything I did was right, but everything I did was for an honorable purpose. I have no regrets. I have spent my life, so much of it, building up this country. There's nothing more that I need to do. At the end of the day, what have I got? A successful Singapore. What have I given up? My life. The task of the government is to ensure that the majority of the people benefit from the economic progress of the country, and that the gap between the rich and the poor is kept within limits. The future belongs to those who prepare for it today. The most potent weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. Good governance is about serving the people's interests, not the interests of the elites. The acid test of any legal system is whether it delivers justice and protects the rights of the individual. In Singapore, we have to constantly remind ourselves that the market is not the solution to all problems. But the government is also not the solution to all problems. A leader must be tough-minded, but also sensitive to the hopes and fears of the people he or she is leading. Even from my sickbed, even if you are going to lower me into the grave and I feel something is going wrong, I will get up. If you deprive yourself of outsourcing and your competitors do not, you're putting yourself out of business. The task of the leaders must be to provide or create for them a strong framework within which they can learn, work hard, be productive and be rewarded accordingly. And this is not easy to achieve. I do not yet know of a man who became a leader as a result of having undergone a leadership course. The successful Asian societies have been founded on hard work, frugality, and rapid savings mobilization. The final test of the success of the industrialization process that a country has undergone is the standard of living of its people. You begin your journey not knowing where it will take you. You have plans, you have dreams, but every now and again you have to take uncharted roads. Face impassable mountains, cross treacherous rivers, be blocked by landslides and earthquakes. That's the way my life has been. The best way to build a team of champions is to find individuals who are intrinsically motivated to be the best. If you want to reach your goals and dreams, you cannot do it without discipline. The key to success is hard work and determination. The moment you let up, the moment you stop striving, is the moment your competition will overtake you. The rule of law is fundamental to ensuring economic growth, protecting human rights and ensuring political stability. We cannot do without creativity, but creativity must not be confused with novelty. You need some measure of stability and security before you can have progress. There is no real security in what is no longer meaningful. There is more security in the adventurous and exciting. For in movement there is life, and in change there is power. My colleagues and I are still learning. We want to learn from you, and also share our own experiences with you. I'm not an easy person to work with because I'm a perfectionist. I'm obsessive about getting it right. The truth is a dangerous thing, especially to those who have been warned never to speak it. I believe in being pragmatic. If you don't get it right the first time, try again. You cannot eat freedom and you cannot power a factory with democracy. You need to have a strong economy. If you deprive yourself of outsourcing and your competitors do not, you're putting yourself out of business. To be successful, you must be daring, be first and be different. As an individual, I am not immune to criticism. But as the leader of a nation, I must make decisions that are not popular, but correct. The truth is always something that is told, not something that is known. If there were no speaking or writing, there would be no truth about anything. There would only be what is. You cannot have economic development without first having political stability. In order to have a stake in the future, we must invest in our children's education. The final verdict as to how good or successful a government is can only be delivered by history. We are not here to please but to govern. We decide what is right. Never mind what the people think. The most important asset of any country is its people,